Are you a simp? A simp is often used to describe someone, usually a man, who overly caters to or adores someone, typically a woman, often at the expense of their own self-respect or dignity. Here are some common 7 characteristics associated with a simp. 1. Excessive attention. A simp tends to give an overwhelming amount of attention to the person they are attracted to, often without considering whether it's wanted or appreciated. This could involve constantly texting, calling, or messaging them, showing up uninvited, or continually trying to spend time with them. The simp's need to be in constant contact often surpasses the other person's comfort level or natural boundaries, which can be draining and uncomfortable for the recipient. 2. Unbalanced effort. One of the key traits of a simp is the imbalance in how much effort they put into a relationship or connection. They might go above and beyond, sacrificing their own time, money, and energy, but the other person may not reciprocate or appreciate it. For example, they might buy expensive gifts, pay for meals, or do favors just to gain approval, while the other person might not offer the same level of care or commitment in return. This one-sided effort can create an unhealthy dynamic, where the simp feels used or undervalued. 3. Over-the-top compliments. Simps are often known for giving exaggerated or excessive compliments, especially in an attempt to make the other person feel special or appreciated. While compliments can be a healthy part of a relationship, a simp might cross the line into insincerity or exaggeration, praising someone's looks, personality, or abilities even when it's not warranted or genuine. They may go as far as ignoring the person's flaws or shortcomings to maintain a picture-perfect image of them. This overflattery can sometimes make the person on the receiving end feel uncomfortable or even suspicious of the simp's true intentions. 4. Lack of boundaries. Simps are often willing to ignore or tolerate mistreatment, neglect, or disrespect from the person they are interested in. Whether it's being constantly ignored, manipulated, or taken for granted, they choose to accept poor behavior, hoping that being kind and persistent, they might allow themselves to be walked over, sacrifice their own needs, or make excuses for the other person's rude or dismissive behavior, all because they're overly focused on gaining their approval. 5. Doing things for validation. A simp often goes out of their way to do things for the person they are interested in, but not out of selflessness or genuine care. They are motivated by the desire for validation, attention, or affection in return. For example, they might always offer to help with tasks or be overly generous, but their actions are driven by the expectation of receiving something in return, whether it's a compliment, a favor, or emotional connection. This creates a transactional dynamic where the simp is constantly trying to prove their worth, which can be exhausting and unfulfilling if the feelings aren't reciprocated. 6. Ignoring red flags. Simps often ignore warning signs that the person they are infatuated with may not be a good match for them. This could include mistreatment, dishonesty, or lack of respect for boundaries. Instead of confronting or addressing the negative behavior, they rationalize it or make excuses for it, thinking that they can fix the person or change their behavior with enough affection and patience. They might believe that with enough effort, they can win the person over, even if the other individual has shown no clear interest or has already displayed harmful behaviors. 7. Constantly chasing. A simp is often relentless in pursuing someone who may not be equally invested in them. They may repeatedly chase after the other person, even if the signs show that the person isn't reciprocating their feelings or interest. This could involve constantly messaging, showing up instead of respecting the other person's space or feelings. A simp keeps pushing forward, hoping that persistence will eventually lead to a relationship. This can come across as desperate and can be a major turnoff to the other person. These behaviors typically stem from insecurity, low self-esteem, or an unhealthy desire for validation. While showing affection and care is normal in relationships, the key difference with the simp is the lack of balance, self-respect, and mutual understanding. A healthy relationship thrives on respect, communication, and equality, where both partners invest in each other and share the effort equally. I'd love to hear your take, and don't forget to turn on that notification bell, so you're always in the loop. Stay strong, stay confident, and remember, don't let anyone disrespect your value. Catch you in the next video.